The Global Forum on Transparency and Exchange of Information for Tax Purposes within the OECD is the leading international body on tax transparency, with over 150 member jurisdictions, on an equal footing, and a secretariat based at the OECD in Paris. Our team does a very large amount of work to achieve tax fairness in the world and helps countries collect much-needed revenue. Nowadays, people can invest money overseas at the click of a button. Many have used the opportunities of opaque offshore structures and bank secrecy to keep those investments hidden and pay no tax at home where it is due. Until a few years ago, many countries facilitated this behavior by allowing secret bank accounts and shell entities and refusing to share information with other governments. Developing countries have suffered the most. Billions of dollars of wealth from the developing world end up in developed countries and financial centers. And it is well known that a lot is related to illegal activities, corruption, tax evasion, and other forms of serious crime. Following the global financial crisis, governments were determined to secure public revenues and tackle international tax evasion. People wanted change. All countries agreed to lift bank secrecy for tax purposes, share tax information with other governments, and remove secrecy surrounding the owners and financial transactions of legal entities and arrangements. It became more difficult, for example, for tax evaders to set up anonymous offshore companies and trusts to hold assets in their own country and abroad, and conceal ownership from the national tax authority. The offshore jurisdiction now had an obligation to have information available on these entities and share it upon request with the tax authority carrying out an audit. Businesses around the world needed to be more transparent, and tax officers had better access to information to investigate abuses. The Global Forum makes sure this is happening. Day to day, our team and our members spend hours looking at country laws, regulations, and the sharing of information in practice to make sure the global tax transparency standards are applied. Countries give each other a rating based on their compliance with international norms. Those that get bad ratings are supported in the process by a technical assistance team to make the necessary changes. Through the peer reviews, huge progress has been made in removing the secrecy surrounding legal structures and financial transactions. Recent data leaks have shown that the work of stopping international tax evasion isn't over, as they exposed how the rich and powerful used offshore structures and bank accounts to try to hide wealth, often to get around paying taxes. But world leaders had already asked the Global Forum to implement and monitor an even better system of international cooperation, automatic exchange of financial information. Beginning in 2017, more than 100 countries are sending each other bank account and financial investment information automatically. This means tax evaders are afraid to hide investments through offshore entities and financial institutions, as they are aware that these will always be known to their home tax authority. Because of this system, governments have already recovered billions of tax dollars from hundreds of thousands of individuals who came forward to disclose their hidden affairs. Keeping all this international cooperation alive takes a lot of effort. It requires complex laws, international treaties, and systems being implemented, maintained, and reviewed around the world. The Secretariat based in Paris is at the center of the work. Professionals from all corners of the globe join the Secretariat to achieve our mission. We are financed by membership fees and by some voluntary contributions from national governments and international donors. This allows us to do the peer review work with our members and to help developing country members that often lack the experience, capability, and resources to implement international standards on their own, so that they don't get left behind. The outstanding results so far have shown that tax transparency and exchange of information is an investment worth making. It is happening because of the collaboration between governments, tax authorities, and also business and civil society worldwide. Together, we are changing the world to make tax evasion in the global economy a thing of the past.